Welcome back, Pokemon Go players, to another episode of the Purified podcast. Today is August 31st, 2022. I am your host, Luis Palacios, with my co-host, Chris.
Hey, yo, it's your boy, Pokemon Trigger, please. We're back at it again with more Pokemon Go news. And, we definitely turned up this last week. A lot of fun stuff.
I mean, it was bound to happen to have this kind of information and news like right now, because it literally, I think,
thank goodness,
we're literally a day away from the season of Go ending. We finally have information about the brand new season, the Season of Light. We have some news, of course, about all of that happening. GPL Season 12 seems to be looking pretty good for the meta. A lot of exciting stuff definitely we want to cover. We are here once again to talk about Pokemon Go news, updates, and ranting about the game because we love the game just as much as you do. Don't forget that we are part of the Professor Network. Please check us out, professornetwork.com/Purified Podcast. Wonderful people to work with between Ken, Adam, Lachan, and Jamal. Very, very wonderful and kind people around. So thank you very much for always being around. Oh my goodness, there's a lot to think. Chris, how's everything? How's everything been this last week for you?
Working hard, but on my days off, I definitely, log in, do my 15-minute, 20-minute walk, get that adventure incense in. I really want to get a bunch of Pokecoins so I can load up on raids again. People were sending me a bunch of raids today, but I don't get the new paycheck till tomorrow. After the next one though, I should be good for like a long time.
My man working here 60 hours a week.
More than that.
Oh, brother. But
sheesh. But it's been a grind. Didn't get to play too much for the Pokemon Go event, the Go Fest event, but we'll talk about that a little bit more.
Yeah. We have some stuff to digest from this final event of the summer, the season.
Oh yeah,
bro, it's been wild. Like a lot of things that we can discuss. We can also go ahead and go back a little bit on how the season of Go has been for the entire summer. Now that we're on its final leg, literally his final moments, hours. Pokemon Go has literally 13 hours in the clock, and then we are off to the races with the new season. So there's definitely a lot to cover, a lot to talk about, a lot to digest and get into. But I guess, just like we always begin the podcast, it's time to get what we got for this week. So, Chris, what you got?
All right. I'll start off really quick as I logged in the game with just saying a little quick story about my adventure incense today. The spawns for sure have been great. There's definitely a lot of fun ones, and I would like to emphasize to at least newer players that if you don't have strong Pokemon, you can definitely get some good CP ones from the adventure incense. For me, a level 48 player, I did get like a 25,000 CP. It's 25,000, 2,500 CP Gengar, which was pretty exciting to see. Even Gengar. For me,
it wasn't shiny though.
Yeah, no. I've seen people get like shiny Ampharos and stuff like that, but it wasn't shiny. It did have that shiny chance though.
It did.
But the story I wanted to say today, I saw the little light ball and I got super excited. I was like, yo, Galarian Bird, let's go! And then a Toxicroak spawns, and I'm like, oh no. But I thought that was kind of funny. Just because I remember telling you the last time I saw it, I knew it was gonna be a Galarian Bird.
Bruh.
But yeah, let's look over the shinies and the hundos. Been getting a lot of PvP Pokemon. I only got one shiny I only got one shiny / hundo this week.
Ooh.
And it was a shiny Natu. I actually got it right as I was ending my adventure incense yesterday.
But it wasn't part of the adventure.
It was a home spawn.
Okay, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, I was really excited to see it, to be honest. For PvP Pokemon, I keep seeing Swirlix and getting excited for the shiny, but I did get a decent one for PvP. I did actually go through a bunch of my Pokemon. I do want to brag about this. I went through a bunch of my Pokemon and deleted over 300, man. Oh my gosh.
It was time,
I,
brother.
that that's legendary for me, man.
Legendary is
But
literally.
yeah, I have more than 400 spots available now for catching Pokemon, so I'll be able to grind and not have to sweat out too much. But
Sweat
I'm
it.
really excited to hear about your haul for this week, man.
So yeah, well, my whole actually implements, of course, the Go Fest finale, which is, of course, the last part of the event of the season. So I guess we should probably go ahead and go into that. I don't think I got any shinies before then, of course. Da, 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 da. I think it's all started out not with the Dino. Dino was a tray. That was like the day before, I think. Anyway, started out with a Meditate.
All right.
I believe I got, actually, I think it was my very first click, second click, or like that. Then a Carablast, so that's my second Carablast. Pinsir, I think it was a Gold Plus, as a patch I remember. Kricketot, thank God I finally got a Kricketot. This is one of my very first shiny Cricketots for that. Pikachu, female with a scarf from GoFist. Gotta catch them all. I finally got him on top, dude. I was grinding so hard of actually clicking every single him on top for this, and on the
Dude,
last like 10 minutes of the hour for Formosa, I finally got it. I was like, thank goodness that I got this shiny.
dude, I still don't have that either.
Yeah,
I've been trying to get lucky with that too, and they keep spawning everywhere.
that's right. I was saying I don't know if it's gonna be spawning anymore after this next season, but we'll see. We'll see. Then after
That's
that,
true.
another Carablast, another one. So three in a row. I got some tray bait. Then I think we move to the next hour, and then Numble started spawning. So I got a shiny Numble. I go plus a level 1 shiny Hitmonchan. A Axew.
For the level one shiny
I know,
hunters
right?
out there.
I know, right? Axew from a regular spawn. I was actually happy about that too, because that completes my family. Also got a Cranidos. Always love this shiny. Hitmonlee Go Plus. So literally like the last two
The
least.
whole family.
I got the whole family, and I already have a shiny Tyrogue, so I have the entire family ready, set to go. Yes, that's how good it is. I tried it for a Groudon. Didn't unfortunately get good IVs. Then Go Plus literally at the beginning of the hour. And then we can get Narcissus. Man, I with the guy. Thank you so much. Clink. Clink.
Hey, that clicks.
I know, right? In the click when the Pokeball Plus. I got a shiny Trash Burmy. Is this? Oh no, Sandy Burmy. So I got one of those too. I got another one.
Ooh, and female.
Yeah, I got actually two females. I got a shiny Pampor, the little blue monkey. Another Pikachu. This time a male one. So I got the family for them. Electrike happens to go with my Gold Plus. So we'll see with that. Fungus. Actually, I'm gonna evolve this for you guys today, while we dig in on so much shininess. You know, if you look at
Mongos.
Hitmon family close enough, they look like Arceus. Okay, yeah, I guess. I mean, they have legs.
Fungus is such a weird shiny
Nice
because in
Among Us.
Pokemon Go you can't see behind it.
Yeah, I know, right? It's so weird. But I got the Among Us now. Thank you. Now that actually like changed over a lot of things. I don't know why it did that.
Mongos.
Among Us. I think I got an. Was it this? Is that the second? Yeah, that's the second Clink. Oh my goodness, I got two Clinks now. I think I actually got like the whole family now. I gotta evolve those eventually. I got another one of the Sandy Burmese, so I went ahead and evolved it to a Motet. To look at the beautiful
Nice.
A
One of the
Drive
best shinies.
shinies. I know, right? Shiny Chansey in the next hour, so I was actually kind of happy about that. I guess I don't know. Shiny Chansey is Shiny Chansey. I got the plant Burmy, the little leaf Burmy, so I was actually okay with that too. Fortunately, I didn't get a second one, so I guess I don't have a female one of those, so I didn't complete that family by one.
He'll be around.
Of course, I did and hunted pretty hard when this hour came around. Shiny Muna! Very first shiny.
Yo.
I got that one. And then I got a Chikorita after that. Another Groudon tray, special tray. Unfortunately, we didn't get more than two special trays per day, of course. Ammonite, very cool shiny. And then another Muna, that has Musharna. Beautiful, beautiful shiny. Completed that family there, right there and then. Thank you very much. Burmy once again. It's the other male. Another Ammonite. I don't know why. Unknown B is mine. Shiny. It's a beautiful shiny, of course. Another Pikachu, male, with a scarf. So I got tray bait, if anybody wants them. Another Chansey. I don't know why. And then a Tentacool that's been sitting in the gym for the last 4 days. I don't know how the heck that happened.
Papa Hanky blessed it, man.
I know, right? So overall, 33 shiny Pokemons for the entire of Go Fest finale. I was ecstatic, even though with the rain a little bit. I actually kind of like missed like the first half an hour because I was stuck in the car, so I couldn't do anything. Everybody looking for that. We could share it. Oh my goodness. Dude. Anyway, I do have unfortunately a sad story too from Go Fest finale because I was I was hunting. Must be nice. Bet. I was hunting, and then all of a sudden, of course, a Sorlex appeared, and I clicked on it at the same time that I clicked my Gold Plus. And unfortunately, didn't catch it. It was shiny, runs away, and I was dead in the water after that. So
It'll be out in the bathtub. Don't cry. I'm not crying.
You look like you're crying more than I am.
Oh my gosh.
Anyways.
Dude, that's devastating to me.
That is. But I'll get it eventually. It's not like it's gonna go away or anything. It's just that it's kind of sad that I didn't get it in the end of the day. I would have been happy to get it. Yeah. F in the chats for everybody who's around. Thank you so much. As for hundos, I've been restocking, but I did get 2 hundos. One from an egg hatch at a 2K. It was a Poliwhat. I don't know why it needed to happen during Go Fest finale event. And then out of research, I did get a Swirlix. So I guess at least I got a redemption with a hundo, you know? Oh, goodness. I will evolve this when it gets the chance, especially because, I don't know, does it get close to 2,500?
Yeah, I think it's a really good one for
Ultra?
Well, I'm not saying it's great for Ultra League, but I know that it should max out pretty close, I believe.
Not yet, at least. We'll talk about that in just a moment, of course. But yeah, so that's my Ghost Fest haul. Because it was raining, I kind of relocated in the first half an hour of the event, and then kind of just went car driving around the college campus. So I was doing that for most of the majority of the event. I did meet up with a couple of friends. We did a couple of things. And then it was just off to the races to just catch everything, you know. Ran a Stardust and Lucky Egg thing, or Star Piece and whatever. I got 13 million, Stardust now. So I was actually completely depleted of Pokeballs by the time this event ended. So I literally was in the singles at the end of the end. So I was like, oh my god, I need to restock. So I've been restocking the last few days until, you know, the event starts and things like that. So Ghost Fest finale. Let's talk about a little more about the actual event instead of just the hauls that we get. I want to say that actually like redeem itself. Every single well, not every single hour, but every 2 hours we had a different incursion of Ultra Beasts with different spawns. Of course, you can get those Ultra Beasts. You got the brand new Circuitry Ultra Beasts that we couldn't get it from Japan. And then Feramosa, Nihilego, and Buzzwole that everybody has been hunting crazy for. Specifically the Buzzwole for some reason. I don't know why the bug type is like a Master League meta or Destroyer or something.
It's definitely a really cool typing.
Yeah.
Bug fighting. Do we have another one of those?
Well, Feramosa.
None come to mind.
Feramosa and Buzzwole are both the same typing.
Really?
Yeah. Feramosa being the weakest of the two, of course. But
is Pinsir Mega still just bug type too? Oh wait, Heracross.
Yep.
Oh, okay, there we go. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for our listeners here in the chat. Hamtaro, thank you. But yeah, so So, from my experience, those 2 hours were actually pretty good because you had a extended time to actually plan out what you wanted to hunt. Um, for that being said, of course, you had the 2 hours rotation going around trying to catch the specific Pokemons. I know not everybody wanted the same Pokemon, so even skipping 1 of 2 hours of the event wouldn't be too bad. Now, some people are talking about, of course, the differences between a 2 hour habitat event into a 1 hour every rotation habitat event, which I kind of get it, but if you only wanted to play for a specific time, the 2 hours benefits better than the 1 hour each because that means you don't have to plan around an hour in the morning, an hour in the afternoon for the same habitat that you want to hunt as specific Pokemons. What do you think, Chris?
I can see both sides of the coin. Uh, I would understand like how they did it for the first Go Fest,
Yeah.
where it was like 1 to 4, and then it was 1 to 4. So, for example, cave, jungle, desert, river, and then it restarts again.
Yeah.
So that way, instead of you having to play one habitat at a certain time for 2 hours and then going through only once, like it only went through every single habitat once, right?
Yeah.
Is
No,
that what I'm understanding?
it usually the habitat will be a
It did
rotation
come through
habitat.
twice.
Yeah, so it will be the first
Okay.
four habitats in 1 hour each incursion, and then rotates back into the beginning of the habitat. They've been doing that, of course, with
No.
Gotors and Johtos and all the other stuff. So it will rotate every full cycle of habitats before it rotates again.
Yeah. Yeah, I know it does that for the 1 hour. Did it do that for the 2 hour too?
No, the 2 hour was just specifically those 2 hours for those spawns as
Just
well.
one, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
one habitat.
So for the 1 hour, I like it because you don't have to play. Like, let's say, for example, you don't want to play in the morning; you want to play in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Um, so instead of having to play, from 10 a.m. to 12, for example, you miss the 10 a.m. and then you're able to play, afternoon for the 1 hour to hunt whatever Pokemon you want to hunt for.
Yeah. I just
But
think that it's a little
for
bit
the two
easier.
hour, yeah, but for the 2 hour, you can definitely dedicate that time if you have the time to grinding out whatever Pokemon, like Muna, for example. Everybody wants the new shinies, so instead of having to wait for that to come back round, you just grind it all out all at once. But personally, I kind of think I like the 1 hour more, just because it kind of feels like you're getting more variety instead of getting stuck and then once it's over, it's over. You don't get a second chance.
Yeah.
That's just the way I look at it. But I am interested to hear your thoughts since I didn't really get to play
Yeah.
through this Go Fest. I was working hard this week. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So I just like you said, I also have that two side of a coin kind of thing. I've experienced both 1 hours to 2 hours. The 1 hour, the difference is that you do get a second chance, but you only get so much of a second chance on another hour worth of that spend spawns that you want. So Muna was spawning in the night Lego specifically, and of course using that as a decoy when it comes down to it. So um, basically saying, okay, I'll hunt this in the morning, and then all of a sudden I'll go ahead and hunt it, finish it up at the end with the afternoon one. So it kind of makes sense if you think about it. But the 2 hour was like, okay, I have just 2 hours. I can go ahead and grind it. I can plan my day around it, and then whatever else happens afterwards, will be on whatever you want to do. But at least on those 2 hours alone, you can hunt and har on knowing what you want until you done. 2 hours of this. 2 hours feels like a lot too. I mean, we don't complain about 3 hours community days, but still, it's one of those
I
things.
mean, you're only hunting one Pokemon for that too, though.
That too, but it's the differences when it comes to just knowing that you have those full extended hours just to play that out for that specific event. Now, somebody in the chat actually mentioned if you're limited on time, the 2 hours makes it difficult. That is true. It does make it a little bit difficult to actually only play those times. So there is, like I said, the other side of the coin when 1 hour would have been a little bit better in the end of the day. But again, it's just a matter of preference, and I think this is a good test in knowing how people will play in the future and how well the likelihood that you'll play the 2 hour window to the 1 hour window every rotation sounds like they're making a not much of a change, but it's like a study to know if people are going to play here and there in the end of the day. One more
Oh
thing that
yeah.
actually somebody reminded me by just reading this is that, of course, we also had the time research. Now, the time research, you had to finish it there and then. You had the 2 hours to finish it. If you didn't claim it before the next rotation, the time research will go away. I don't know why they wouldn't do just go ahead and let us catch everything at once, but I can understand because once the hour ended, or the incursion ended, you didn't have those spawns anymore, so you wouldn't be able to actually search for them
Yeah. No.
anyways. So it makes sense that it makes sense not to actually keep it. I don't think I missed a single one because I'm always like the guy. So once I finish something, I gotta claim it, kind of guy. I gotta clean
Oh yeah.
research when I got it to. So it just like I said, you just gotta see it, and specifically in those two sides of the coins when it comes down to it. So um, yeah, I guess you're right, but people are they weren't super like they didn't need it to do the time research. I guess I think the time research like free for everybody at this point. I don't think you needed a ticket for it, right?
Yeah, but it's kind of like you got a BOGO, and then they made it so the other item you had to go back to the store to grab by a certain time, and that's kind of scummy. In my opinion, I still think Pokemon Go should do a thing where you can use an event anytime within a week period,
Yeah,
instead of forcing you to play at a certain time. I know what they're trying to do, get people together and everything, but
yeah.
I still think some events should be usable at your leisure, kind of like the Adventure Incense.
Well,
Maybe that's what they're trying to do with the Adventure Incense. Who knows? But like if they did stuff like that, people would just be playing on their own all the time.
that's true, but it makes sense. I don't know if Niantic will ever actually think about doing this kind of thing because yeah, you can play your own, but then you just make it kind of like a solo game. It's like
Yeah. I
it
mean, people could time it together. Like, I could do my Adventure Incense the same time as you. Like,
yeah,
I've
but
done that before.
right, but given the fact that
Exactly.
yes, given the fact that since the pandemic, we actually been kind of like doing things on our own for the most majority of the time. We still rely on people when it comes to like raids and all those different things, but
Mhm.
it just doesn't feel community based, and I think that's one of the core
Yeah.
core values of Niantic, that really the exploration, the discovery, and then the meetups. That's basically everything that the core values in the end of the day happen. So I mean, I don't get me wrong, your idea is good for people who just need to play on their own way, but just like any game, there's got to be a really specific time period to play. And I know that makes it difficult also with community days and things like that, like especially in the next few months for a lot of us. But again, it just feels that it's not the right way of going about it. We can
Yeah.
touch bases when it comes down to it. So, of course, Go Fest finale ended, but it wasn't the full end because we had a little teaser at the end of Community Day, and the cruise ship was like super excited when this happened. But there was a little tease with Lunatone and Solrock spawning worldwide after Go Fest
You
ended.
called it. Well, not the Lunatone and Solrock, but
Right. But everybody was wondering what the heck is going on. I don't know if the spawns were also boosted during that. Well, the spawns were boosted, but I don't know if the shiny rates were boosted at the time of the Solrock and Lunatone. I don't think I saw it. Unfortunately, I actually got home right at 6, and then I just didn't think about it. But I saw everybody thinking about it. We still have Lunatone and Solrock actually happening to be worldwide. They're not in their regions specifically. I don't know if they're thinking of keeping it that way, but the only reason why they did that is because, lo and behold, the Season of Light, it's the brand new seasons featuring some amazing Pokemons of Solgaleo, Lulana, Cosmo, a bunch of other Pokemons that are going to be released soon. But yeah, I guess it's time to get into the research topics of the day because it's time to talk about news. The
ooh, ooh,
Season
ooh.
of Light, Chris. Oh, lordy.
Dude, I'm just saying, that's a pretty fire name.
Yeah, I know, right? So at first, of course, we were like, okay, what is this going to be? What are you talking about? They were actually like teasing out literally the night of GoFest ending, like at midnight or something. They were teasing out. It's like, oh, here's your teaser trailer. Now, this is the teaser trailer. I am going to lower the volume a little bit. It's basically just silhouettes of all the Pokemon that we're gonna see. Cosmo, Cosme, the evolution of it. Solgalios, of course, the sun, and then Lunana, the moon. Then they have stars all over the place. They started teasing out things with their Twitter account. Of course, they had like 9 teasers to go through in the last 3 days, and we were like, just give us the news. Yes, people were just like, what? But anyways, you know how Niantic can be. Just teasing out until the end of time. But the Season of Light, oh my lord. What a season that we're going to have. It's going to be interesting. I guess they're also continuing with the team of course, the Alola region. We know that they wanted to at least keep it under the generations release to keep it going. But this season is basically all about just, Solgaleo, Lunana, and all those Pokemon in the end of the day. Which is gonna be interesting because we are only in the first month, and we're gonna be in the first month starting tomorrow, as the recording of this. And there's just a lot to think about. Anyways, now we don't have news about the events aside from one that's happening this weekend, and hopefully this podcast will release before then. But yeah, so Chris, before we get into details, what do you saw so far of the Season of Light?
I think it's a fantastic event. It's definitely making me think of certain Pokemon with that name,
Right.
which I'm very excited about.
Yes.
A Necrozma, which just feeds on light, if that wasn't obvious, guys. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to the new Pokemon they're going to be adding.
Yes.
Not sure what else to say. It's
Well,
gonna be super, super hype though.
yes. So
I don't know if I can put it into words.
With that being said, of course, the small news of what the Season of Light is going to be. Well, I do this Samacenta, right? I don't know why Samacenta is now more prevalent than Station. But first and foremost, meet the Nebula Pokemon Cosmo. Professor Willow has returned, which at this point, if you don't know, he's had returned from his incursions into ultra space with a new look somehow. I mean, he looks younger for some reason. I don't know. He doesn't look like a professor. He looks like a... I don't want to say it. It kind of feels inappropriate when I say that. But anyways.
It rhymed... okay, maybe I don't want to say it.
Yeah, see? There you go. No. We're going to keep it friendly.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I know what you mean, though. He's a daddy?
Anyways, you had to say it, of course. Professor Whitler has returned and he's discovered a mysterious Pokemon. Throughout the Season of Light, you'll be able to adventure and bond with the legendary Pokemon Cosmo and learn more about this Child of Stars. So Cosmo is basically a little BD Pokemon. Doesn't have any impact in the metagame or anything. It's just basically like a... Can we categorize Cosmo as a mythical? I guess we can, right?
Shoot. It's, in my opinion, it's either a mythical or a legendary.
I want to say it's a mythical. We haven't gotten more than just a handful, probably less than that if you just play the Sun and Moon games anyways. It's, as far as I know, it's probably only going to be one Cosmo that we're going to actually have in Pokemon Go as of now. So we're not entirely sure if it's a mythical or not. We'll keep you guys updated when it comes, of course. But yeah, so the little like Nebula Pokemon looks like a bunch of stars just like bunched together in a little face with one of those. If you make it angry, it will just become one of those horrendous face. But anyways, it's a little blow thing. Like again, it's not gonna do much, but it is. It has an interesting mechanic that a lot of people actually don't think about, because if you haven't played the Sun and Moon, Cosmo can actually evolve into a legendary Pokemon at the end of the day. So that's actually pretty nice.
Well, Yeah, it also turns into something else in between. It's such a unique legendary Pokemon for that.
True,
Honestly.
true. It just makes sense, but it's the first of its kind when it comes
Yeah.
down to it. So I'm actually kind of happy that they went that route because we never actually see a legendary Pokemon outside of just catching it in its respective places. But so the seasonal light will be available to claim, or at least the special research will be able to claim on Thursday, September 1st, which is tomorrow at 10 a.m. local time, to Thursday, December 1st at 9:59 a.m. For some reason, of course, you have to claim it before the 1st of December because, what is seasons. New parts of the special research will unlock over the course of the season. Make sure to keep an eye on research tab. So this is basically going back to the Hoopa research, or at least it's not limited, but the special research in the end of the day, where you're gonna do it in parts, little by little, throughout the season, so you don't actually get bored, unless you just literally do it on day one and then you're done.
Yeah, I am glad they're doing it this way. Hopefully, it's not like the Celebi research and a bunch of other ones where they make you wait a week just to wait a week.
Well, you never know, but again,
You know?
it will make it a little more because I mean we have 3 months of this, so I mean a week doesn't feel like nothing compared to how the month is gonna go over, anyways. So
Yeah, yeah. At least you kind of know what's coming or can assume what's coming instead of going into it blind, pretty much.
definitely, definitely. Well, another cool little update is the nebula sky. So keep an eye on the horizon. Nebula skies will be showing up periodically throughout the season. So you got a new sky going around. We're basically going to be in space if you think about it. But I'm kind of like interested in how they're gonna do this. If they want to actually show up at specific things. Let's see. But you can evolve it, so I don't know. I'm not sure either when it comes to Cosmo, my brother. But we'll see once we get to that point. We're probably gonna have to evolve it later or something, which I kind of don't want to unless it's Hondo. But anyhow, um,
I I doubt they're gonna force us to do it.
yeah, because in the end of the day, we can just go ahead and get the other legendaries anyways, which is of course Soul Gathering Lana. Teen Avatar items. Look out for the Avatar items inspired by Cosmo coming into the in-game shop soon. I think you can actually claim this right now, but I think it's like 200 coins for like the head of Cosmo. Oh my god, I don't know. Niantic just I don't know. Anyways, team stickers. So they look fall stickers, autumn stickers. So Tediosar, Trevenant, Sock, and whatever. Definitely didn't buy the hat. Of course not. We have the events happening, of course, throughout the season. The very first one being around the limited research day. That's going to happen actually this coming Saturday that we'll talk about in just a few moments. And Go Battle League update, which we have alluded at the beginning of the
A
of the
lot of
podcast.
battlers excited for that, man.
Yes. So keep an eye out in just a moment. We'll definitely talk in a PvP podcast, not PvP podcast, in the PvP section. Anyhow.
Yeah, we gotta tune in for the second podcast after this.
I know, right? So, what are the rates? So, for the month of September, and I guess we didn't really get the dump of news for September. We just got like the little bits and pieces in the end of the day. This is kind of like the dump of news, so I guess we should probably go about it. I think they gave us an infographic too. I gotta find it if anything, but you can go over to the calendar that they have in Pokemon Go site, and the first race that will happen on Thursday, starting at 10 a.m., is every form of the Access is returning into incursion rates. Whoo-hee!
Thank goodness.
Queues right now are awful for the Access. Oh lord. Just be careful with defense form.
Let me just say, I'm definitely glad I'm gonna have Pokecoins soon. Maybe not for long,
Right.
from the sounds of it.
Yeah, no, definitely not. So every form can be shiny, which is actually kind of cool. The ones that you definitely want, of course, is defense form. But, if you get a one of each shiny, it wouldn't be too bad. And then you can go over every single day that it goes through. What is our research breakthrough box, Chris? Do you know? For the month of September?
I don't remember, but I did hear that the research is going to have, what's it called? I do know it's going to have extra items for it.
Yes. Well, So the research or
Oh,
the
is it
research
not
breakthrough,
here on Season of Light?
it is. It's just like hidden in the calendar. You just gotta go to the date too for some reason. Research Breakthrough Books is gonna start actually on September 2nd, so that's on Friday, and that is going to be Metachan for the
Ooh.
month of September. Non-shiny available, unfortunately, so I'm kind of surprised when they just announced a non-shiny research. I mean, they kind of making it
Um,
worse as we go along, brother.
the only thing, well, there's two things. One, extra large candy for the people that care about that.
Yeah.
If for whatever reason you want an Ultra League Metacham, cough cough mega. Um, but yeah, I it is possible that they release the Mega Metacham during this month, but I kind of doubt it.
I'm gonna
Um,
give it until
and then
next
we can get that
month
shiny chance.
before, unless they go to throwables, because we just know a little bit of dynamite in here and there, anyways.
Yeah,
Um,
I find it doubtful,
yeah,
but they really should have waited for the Mega for this one.
yeah. So if you go over to the calendar once again, we go to the 4th. Nothing really happening aside from excuse me, Josie finally got here. Rates and things like that. We have our spotlight hours, which actually we should go over that in just a few moments. Like I said, the dump of news is not like somewhere around here. I know it's somewhere around here. I'm not sure where it is. You also have raid hour for all the forms, which also starts the Psychic Spectacular event. I think it's a returning event that people are talking about. We will not know any news until probably tomorrow or so, because Niantic wants to tease me. Psychic Spectacular continues on through the week. Saturday, September 10th, we're gonna have Clefairy Commotion from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. I'm not sure what that is. Then we go over a couple more days. The Psychic Spectacular ends, I believe. Then Spotlight Hours too. Research Breakthrough, or I'm sorry, rates for Wednesday 14 has not been announced because they are keeping it a mystery. Test Your Metal on Friday the 16th. I have no idea. I think that's another event. But I guess we can go ahead and go over a little bit more when it comes down to it. Let's move on when it comes to the Season of Light. And sorry about that, knock. Different Pokemon. Different Pokemon are going to be appearing once again out there. So in the wild, city Pokemon are going to be things like Jigglypuff, Machop, Magnemite, Muk, Boltor, Umbreon, and Liquid, and more, of course. Any exciting
Umbreon. Yeah, I'm excited for Umbreon for sure.
Yeah.
Litwick's kind of spooky.
Right.
But yeah, the rest are kind of average, honestly.
I mean, average spawns everything. So I'm just kind of happy that we're finally gonna see something different than the Hoppit half the time. So
yeah. Oh, that's just the city, yo.
That's the city.
Yeah,
yes.
we got good ones.
So we got Forest, we got Mareep, Sunken, Janmop, Espeon, Pineco, Plant Club, Burmy, and Hussein Boulder, which probably is every single Pokemon that I'll see during my house.
Hey, you can get that Plant Cloak Burmy.
I've never got lucky outside for events, brother. Trust me to say that. Mountains, I
haven't got one either.
Yeah. Sandslash, Clefairy, Diglett, Snorlax, Sneasel, Standler, and Dino. What are you so hyped about on that?
Snorlax. Oh my gosh, man.
Yeah, you want to go to a mountain in Florida?
Snorlax. Yeah, man. I'll go to the trash heaps. That's the closest thing we got to mountains. They're man-made mountains here, man.
Beach and water, we're gonna have Seal, Staryu, Mantine, Pelipper, Carvana, Welmer, and Chris's favorite, Feebas.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is gonna be another event. I won't get a shiny Feebas.
You got 3 months, dude. Right, just go to the River Walk every day.
Dude, it's been so long. I think there was like a solid, literally every single Feebas event we've had, I still haven't gotten my own shiny. I've gotten traded 3.
3?
3 shiny Feebas.
All right, guys in the chat. I know you guys are from the mountains. Don't drop it in. Anyways.
Oh my.
But yeah, so in our hemisphere, so the northern hemisphere, we'll have Pokemon spawning like Scyther, Dratini, Chikorita, Cyndaquil, Totodile, Teddiursa, and Smush. It's Shroomish.
Shroomish. Cyndaquil for the new Hisuian form.
Correct. Dratini is always good to have, and then Scyther just got a Mega, so getting it in the Wild Hundo will be kind of nice if you can find it. And then the Southern Hemisphere, for those who understand, of course, there's a second side of the world. Paris, Chansey, Skitty, Bagon, Snivy, Tecpic, and Oshawott. So Oshawott being the prevalent of the Hisuian forms. And then Chansey if you want to get the extra large candy. So sad to see that go for a while.
Yeah, I mean, happy for them that they got, Chansey in Paris, but I do think we got the better ones, personally.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Then we also have a shakeup on the eggs. So 2-kilometer eggs will feature Pichu, Cleffa, Muna for Mantis and Wimpod, and of course more Pokemons in the egg pool. Chris is excited that
What
Pichu's
a good egg pull.
Yeah, we don't know what the tiers are though, so we'll see how it goes.
Dude, yeah, I still need Shiny Pichu, but yeah, I'm super excited for that. Plus trying to get that Muda.
Yeah. Then in 5 kilometers we have Tyrogue, Elekid, Magby, and Miltank. Of course, more Pokemon to spawn too. Interesting enough, I don't have a shiny Elekid or a Magby, so that's something that I'm definitely hatching a lot. Pichu, let's go.
Eggs!
Then we have, and of course, Miltank with what we're about to talk about in the PvP section. 10Ks, we have Tortuga, Archen, Noibet, Rockruff, Yanmo, and more. Holy Jesus.
They're loaded! They're loaded!
It's about to hatch all the
Sunny
eggs.
side up.
I know.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Is this why they took out the egg incubators?
We don't talk about that, dude. I'm so mad about that. Anyhow, credit the 5-kilometer eggs from Adventure Secret Rewards if you, of course, walk 25 kilometers or more throughout the week. They will spawn Pokemon like Cranidos, Shieldon, Happiny, Munchlax, Carablast, and Shelmet. Literally, only one Pokemon can be shiny out of that. And then the 10-kilometer if you walk 50 or more throughout your adventures on the week. Dratini, Bagon, Beldum, Gible, Riolu, and Gumi. I think they took away Yamo, but I'm not entirely sure when it comes down to it.
It's in the regular 10K, but not the adventure incense. That's really interesting.
Yeah, as far as I know.
So you really just want Gumi and Riolu, pretty much.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I gotta walk 50 kilometers per day or per week to do that. So just a chance of one egg actually hatching a Riolu.
Yeah, I'm happy with my 25, but to everyone that hits 50 every week, good on your legs.
Yes.
Good on you.
Yeah. Anyhow, there is also the seasonal bonuses. So once again, it is time to change over to something that's a new season word. Now, the last season, of course, we had 2 special trays per day, a bunch of other like extra large candy grind and all the stuff for trays. This time, it does look like they are pulling back on a few things. So season bonuses will be, first and foremost, the increased damage for Pokemon participating in raids remotely. It's basically saying that, of course, you still have damage from Pokemons. I think they're taking away the friendship bonus, but I'm not entirely sure when it comes down to it. I gotta get back to you on that. Guaranteed gifts from Pokestops, which really nobody cares at that point. Increased insect effectiveness while moving.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah, I guess so. Increased insect effectiveness while moving, which was the beginning of back to normal event things. Up to 2 free raid passes per day by spinning photo sticks at photo gyms at Pokestops. That's not too bad unless you're a remote raider. But again, you can at least do your 1 stars and 3 stars if you are feeling generous.
Yeah, it sounds like they're trying to get more people out there.
Yeah,
and then that extra rated.
Additional items from Research Breakthrough boxes. So every 7 days, of course, you'll be getting an extra item. This month, actually, which I know I haven't actually said much about the dump of news that they said, but I completely forgot. Is that we're gonna have a raid pass each week, a free raid pass, just a regular raid pass, in-person pass at least, but you know what I meant. There's also the increased Stardust rewards for breakthrough boxes, so at least you get a little extra Stardust here and there, and you also get extra Stardust from gifts. So if you really want a Stardust, then this is the season for you, I guess. So that's it.
The necessity.
Yeah. And then we'll go over the GBL schedule in just a moment when it comes down to it. So let me go back to actually Pokemon Go Twitter, because I don't know why they didn't actually post this in their damn blog post. But we do have, I guess, the September content update, which is actually the dump of news that a lot of people are talking about. I don't know why they would just put it like they used to, but they are actually making it a little more friendly. So as we mentioned, Metachan and the Ray Pass or one Ray Premium Ray Pass is gonna be in the Breakthrough Box from September 1st to October 1st. I'm sorry. Then we have our 5-star from September 1st to September 13th, which is the access. September 13th to the 27th, we have 2 mystery Ray bosses that they have not mentioned yet. And then September
Sun and Moon.
right. And then September 27th to October 8th, we're gonna have Yveltal back, and his shiny
Called it.
is coming back. So, or well, not coming back, but it's being released for the very first time. So, rate it as you will, but that Pokemon is I'm gonna be rating for the Yveltal a lot.
It's great in Master League, and it's a fantastic shiny.
Definitely,
really excited for it.
So our Mega Race, we still have Mega Emperors until September 6th, so we got a little bit of time with that. September 6th to the 16th and 16th to the 27th, we have 2 Mystery Megas. Dun, dun, dun!
I was going to say Metacham, but I did see the ones that were mined.
Yeah. And then Mega Lopunny will be back from September 27th to October 8th. So again, dun, dun, dun! More new Megas are coming to Pokemon Go. September 23rd to September 25th is Safari Zone Goyam, which I think is in South Korea.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so our special research, of course, is going to be from September 1st to December 1st. Then we have our events. Actually, they did mention all the events that we're going to have. So, September 3rd, Inkay Limited Research. September 6th to September 12th, we have the Psychic Spectacular, which I believe is a returning event. Clefairy Commotion is going to be on September 10th. I still don't know what the heck is happening. And of course, the times for those events is 6 to 9. The Access Raid Hour, of course, 2 to 5 local time on September. I'm sorry, the Access Raid Day. It's going to be on September 11th from 2 to 5. So it's actually basically, a full-on raid event.
Is that a Wednesday?
That is... Let me check September because it's September. That's actually a Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Chris
I'll do what I can.
I'll invite you to everything I can see you. September 16th to the 21st, we have Test Your Metal from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. local time. I don't know. September 18th, we have September's Community Day, which they haven't actually announced what Pokemon is for the month of September yet, which is kind of interesting. Have we ever actually gone this long without knowing what the Community Day Pokemon is?
There's been a few times they've given us like really short notice. I think like Aber was pretty short notice, but I don't know.
I don't remember either. Then Fashion Week returns on 27th to the 3rd. Interesting. Raid hours we already know. September 7th is going to be the Access. Of course, our raid day for September 11th. September 14th and the 21st are be our Mystery Raiders. And September 28th is Yveltal. Chris, do you know the Spotlight Hour Pokemons?
But I can see on the stream that Muna is going to be September 6th with 2 times Stardust, even more Stardust this event.
Yep.
Ralt September 13th with 2 times XP for catching. And then Aaron is going to be September 20th, 2 times Candy for catching. So you're definitely going to be loading up on Aaron Candy.
Yeah.
Mincino, September 27th, 2 times Candy for transferring. And I always recommend that if you have a lot of Pokemon you want to transfer, to have them pre-selected and to delete them right when the Spotlight Hour starts.
Yes.
All of these Pokemon can be shiny, so definitely get out grinding.
Definitely. So, pretty interesting Season of Light. Again, this is just the bare beginning, the bare minimum that we haven't been able to actually understand and get. Super exciting for sure. I'm really excited about a lot of different things. It is actually happening to start in Australia as they're recording this podcast, so I know we're starting to get some information about a lot of things happening during the Season of Light. Specifically what Pokemon is actually in the special research. But yeah, it's a brand new season, a brand new life. So far, how excited are you for this, Chris?
Very excited. I don't think a lot of people are super excited for Gen 7, but like they're finally giving us, some of the big boys, the
Yeah.
legendaries, the
Yeah.
Ultra Beasts, and everything. So I'm pretty excited to see them.
Yeah, definitely. So of course, we skip over a few things, but we're gonna be talking about now. The very first thing, of
Oh
course,
yeah.
is the limited research day for Inkay. Inkay is gonna have his limited research, and of course, his shiny will be available to come out. Remember, guys, you gotta turn your phone upside down to evolve it if you actually want Malamar. When is this happening?
Such a
Saturday,
cool.
September 3rd from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. local time. As dust off the crystal balls of the Psychic Pokemon Spectacular, we're kicking off things with the celebration of Psychic of a certain Psychic type Pokemon, which we already said that is Inkay and Inkay Unknown. It can now be shiny, lucky. The bonuses to the event is two times catch candy, and then you'll have an increased chance of encountering a shiny Inkay. So they're actually promoting that there will be a boost in the shiny, unless you don't do enough research, Chris.
I'm probably gonna get to do a good 2 or 3.
There you go. There you go. Love it. I love it.
So yeah, grab me an extra shiny, pretty please.
I'll try. I actually have plans that day too, so
Ooh,
I'm gonna
we're both
see.
gonna be begging.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if what I'm gonna be doing is gonna take me to be able to actually hunt for at least 2 out of the 3 hours that they're actually featuring it. So I do wish I could actually get the hunt though.
Much about it.
Yeah, as long as I get like
Ooh.
1 or 2 shinies, but I do want the hundo, bro. I do want the hundo of this one. Pokemon spawns definitely will be the Alolan Rattata, Mukro, Houndour, Pochiena, Nuffleaf, Sableye, Purloin, and if you're lucky, you may get a Galarian Zigzagoon spawn. This, of course, are the dark type Pokemons appearing in the wild for it. And that's it! That's limited research day for Inkay. How excited are you, Chris?
Pretty excited. It's got a decent shiny. It's really good for PvP, and Dark type is just a really fun typing.
Dark type and Psychic
Yeah.
type, I guess. That's the combination of that Pokemon. It gets destroyed by bug types.
Yeah. Funny enough, which Pokemon is afraid of like bug type? It's such an underwhelming typing normally.
That's true. But yeah, so hopefully you guys can catch a lot of shinies. That will be pretty amazing. Now it's time to get good, get wrecked. Here we go, Chris. Season 12 of Go Battle League. It's finally
Dude,
here.
we're getting up there.
Bro, this update is insane. Of course, if you guys don't know, the season 11, we didn't really actually get an update because, the World Championships were happening for the very first time. That came and went, and it's time to finally have a little refresher on what season Go Battle League is actually happening. So season 12, it's just around the corner. It starts tomorrow at 4 p.m. local time, Eastern time, I guess, or equivalent to your time, I guess. Arriving on the heels of the 2022 Pokemon World Championships, Go Battle League Season of Light will feature the Psychic Cup, the Weather Cup, the Halloween Cup, Ultra League Edition. And then, of course, we have several changes in the Go Battle League happening this season, and it's time to let you guys know what happens. So, of course, at the beginning of the day on Thursday, during the rotation, of course, your rank will fully reset at the end of the season. You'll get your rewards, you'll know what you get, and the requirements will be the same as the prior season. The rank up requirements will remain the same as the prior season. So, Go Battle League days. I'll go to the first half, Chris. You'll go through the second half there, okay?
Alrighty.
So the first half of the Go Battle League, which will start tomorrow on Thursday, we're gonna start, of course, on Great League and Little Jungle Cup remix. So we do have, restricted Pokemons in that meta. We'll talk about in just a moment. Then on September 8th through September 15th, we'll have the Great League and the Psychic Cup. So I'm guessing all Psychic type Pokemons.
Except Mew.
Except Mew.
Mew did get banned.
Dun dun dun. Of course, it'll be insanely bad because he can just get Shadow Claw and Shadow Ball and be done with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think. Yeah, all the bans are pretty much at the bottom.
Yeah.
But
we'll talk about it.
Yeah,
in just
we
a
can
moment.
probably talk about those at the end. Yeah.
Yeah. So September 15th to September 22nd, we'll have Ultra League and the Weather Cup. Then we have September 22nd to the 29th, we have the Ultra League and Ultra League Premier Classic. Then 29 to this October 6th, we have Master League and Master League Premier Classic. And of course, you get 3 times Stardust from Winter Wars. Then we have October 6th to the 13th, we have Master League and Evolution Cup. And before the first half of the season ends, we'll have all three leagues available. And then, Chris, you can go over the next few.
Yeah, starting from October 20th, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, okay. October 20th to October 27th, we got Great League and Halloween Cup, yay. October 27th to November 3rd, we got Great League and Halloween Cup Ultra League Edition. I really like to see the addition of more Ultra League metas. November 3rd to November 10th, we got Ultra League and the Willpower Cup. Very cool name.
Yeah.
November 10th to November 17th, we got Ultra League and Ultra Premier. And then November 17th to November 24th, we have Master League, where we're going to get 3-time Stardust from 1 rewards. And Element Cup Remix. And then November 24th to December 1st, we're going to have Master League. And then Catch Cup Season of Light Edition, where we're going to get 3-time Stardust. Where we'll get a 3-time Stardust from the Master League for that one, too.
Yes.
Which is interesting that they're only doing that for Master League. I guess they're trying to get more people to play Master League.
Well, I mean, it is a very heavy format, so and meta, so they definitely need that
you're
extra
getting
stuff.
back the dust you paid.
basically. But of course, that is not all. We do have our Gold Battle days. It's time for Guzma to make a spotlight. That is actually going to be our pose and avatar for this season's rewards. Saturdays, October 1st from 12 a.m. to, of course, the day before that, or before the end of the day that day. A full 24-hour of Gold Battle League featuring the Guzma avatar item set. Bonuses is, of course, the 4 times Stardust for win rewards, and the maximum number of sets will go from 20 to 100 battles to the entire 24 hours. A time research will be available to complete and earn extra experience, rare candy, a watch and bracelet for your avatar inspired by Guzma, and an elite charge TM. And then the active lift around that time will be the Master League and the Master Premier Classic. So you basically got to make sure you have level 40 Pokemon for the Master Premier. So, and then, Chris, you want to go over the next Go Battle Day?
Yeah. I need some milk. We're going to have a Go Battle Day for Miltank. Sunday, November 6th from 12 a.m. to 12 p.m. local time. There's going to be a Go Battle Day featuring Miltank, the Milk Cow Pokemon. We're going to get 4-time Stardust from win rewards. And then the maximum number of sets you can play will be from 5 to 20 sets for a total of 100 battles. The featured Pokemon is, of course, Miltank. And it's going to be guaranteed to appear as a reward encounter. Each set, the first win reward from the basic track will be a reward encounter. So you just got to win once to get one. And then the second through 5th win will remain unchanged. So you get 2, I guess, if you get 3, at least 3 wins. All win rewards from the premium track will be reward encounters. If you really need that shiny. And you'll get an increased chance of encountering shiny Miltank. Definitely think it's a decent shiny. I think a lot of people are going to be pretty excited for this one. It's not the most common shiny, even though I do think it's been a boosted shiny. But what are your thoughts on it?
Well, I'm definitely going to have a little more thoughts about when we actually going to be talking about the move changes in the next few minutes. So,
okay.
Yeah, so definitely, of course, yes, underrated shiny, very cool shiny in itself. I wish it had a pre-evolution or an evolution, but I mean, players can be choosers maybe in the future. Maybe in Scarlet and Violet, you never know.
I don't know, man. Who's that person in 2nd gen that people complain about her Miltank?
Whitney.
Yeah. If she got an evolution, man, they'd be crying.
Anyhow, once again, you'll get a time research to complete with experience, rare candy, Milton encounter, and at least charge CM. And the active leaf throughout the Go Battle Day will be the Ultra League and the Willpower Cup.
Ooh.
With that being said, of course, we do have the rank up rewards encounters for the Pokemon that you're going to see once you actually hit your wins in Go Battle League. Pinsir, Menfo, Axew, Noibat, Gumi, and Pikachu Libre in the respective tiers between 1, 6, the rank of Ace rank at 2,000, Noibat at 2,500, 2,750 for Gumi, and then 3,000 for Pikachu Libre, if you want to get to Legends. Then we have our standard encounters, Pokemon featuring in the standard encounter war from 1 through at least in the first tier. Poliwag, Wingull, Meditite, Woobat, Liquid, and then 6 and plus we'll have Skarmory, Frillish, Minfu. 11 plus rank will be Onyx, Lickitung, Hitmontop, Ralt, and Phantom. And then 16 and plus will encounter things like Espeon, Umbreon, Miltank, and then at 20 plus you encounter the 5-star raid boss of the week, or I guess the month. Then we have Axew at 2000 and Noibat, and then Gumi once again in their respective Ace, Veteran, and Expert ranks. We're also going to have a Go Battle League Time Research Pass. So for our most dedicated battlers, a pass to access the Battle Team Time Research will be available in the in-game shop at no cost once Go Battle League Season of Light begins. Just call it Season 12, man. This time research will keep track of your victories throughout the season. Each research page will require 100 wings to complete. In doing so, will reward you with a small amount of Stardust and items such as an Elite Fast TM for 400 wings and an Elite Charge TM for 500 wings throughout the season. Keep it through the season to see how far you get.
I think it's hilarious that they say small amount of Stardust.
I know, right?
To be honest.
Like, that's going to motivate me to win 500 times against people, It's like...
Yeah, if Niantic's saying small, then we gotta be worried. But still excited for that, for sure.
Yeah. Other items and other rewards, of course, will be awarded from the Pikachu, Libre, custom stuff, avatar stuff. And then all the rewards, of course, will be inspired by Guzma, the leader of the team's call in Sun and Moon, Ultra Sun, and Ultra Moon. And then, of course, each rank you'll get their bracelet, their pants, their glasses, and then the shirt and post will be at the legend rank. Best, true. At rank 19, of course,
I really like his hair.
I know, right? You'll receive your Elite Charge TM, and of course, you'll release a Fast TM at the end of the season rewards. Now, we'll talk about the cups. Now, we know, of course, what Great and Ultra League are. Ultra Premier will be, of course, 2,500 with no legendaries or mythicals. Premier Classic will be Pokemon that are not XL eligible. Master Premier Classic, of course, level 40 with no mythicals, I believe. No. Yes, level 40 with no mythicals and legendaries.
Yeah, and no extra large, yeah. Yes.
Now we have the Little Jungle Cup remix. Now, of course, this is a little 500 CP cup to enter. Only normal, grass, electric, poison, ground, flying, bug, and dark types are eligible for this cup. The 3 Pokemon the most used in the race ranks in the list. Last little Jungle Cup will not be available in the Little Cup remix. In addition, Saladil will not be allowed in this cup. So, of course, Scorpy, Cotney, Ducklet, and then Saladil will not be available in this cup. The Evolution Cup.
I love that they're changing the metas.
Oh yeah, love it. I mean, people are definitely not gonna actually get level 500 Pokemon for this. Evolution Cup. We have Pokemon under 1500 or by 1500, and the only Pokemon that have evolved at least once but can evolve again if they are eligible for this cup. So basically, first stage evolutions. Charmeleon, yes. Wartortle, Ivysaur, and a lot of bunch of other Pokemon that are available, which actually kind of interesting.
Oregon 2. Yeah.
Anyways, the Psychic Cup, just like Chris has mentioned, it is a CP 1500, all Psychic type Pokemons, but Mew will be allowed in this cup. Again, the only reason why is because Mew can learn basically anything to destroy your opponent.
It's just so weird because it literally could use any move. Yeah.
Yeah. Weather Cup. This will be allowed at the 2500 to enter, so basically Ultra League meta. Only fire, water, ice, rock types will be allowed in this eligible cup. The Halloween Cup, a returning cup, will be only poison, bug, ghost, dark, fairy type Pokemon. And of course, the Ultra League edition will, of course, be from 1500 to 2500 Pokemon. Willpower Cup. The Willpower will be a Great League meta for fighting, psychic, and dark type Pokemon, with the Pokemon Gardevoir being banned. And I think I can see
that
why.
Is a fun cup. Yeah, no, Charm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All the fighting types, literally, all the fighting and dark types will literally die from charm.
I wonder if there's another psychic Pokemon that knows Charm, though. There's gotta be.
And I don't think so, but we'll see. Element Comp Remix, of course, the another little cup, 500 Pokemons for Fire, Water, and Grass. And the bands, of course, Chinchou, Cotney, Ducklet, and Salate. Sorry about that. And then the Catch Cup, the Season of Light edition. So they actually made sense for this cup because only the Pokemon that are caught throughout the entire Season of Light, which is basically from September to December, will be eligible for this cup. So let's say you are looking to, power up a Pokemon that you actually want to power up. This is the chance to get one for the entire season, and because they learn, you can actually power up something that you do want to power up. So that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Now we got new moves, Chris.
Yes, this is something everybody that loves PvP.
Bro, it's been forever. I think it's what, 2 seasons of Go Battle League? One, that interlude season and season 11 since we have any type of changes or moves added into the game.
They took their sweet time, man.
Bro, that's like 6 months of like, what the F. But our new moves this time around. So the fighting types, we're going to have some double kick. A fast charge or a fast move that will do 8 damage in trainer battles and then 10 damage in gym and raids. And Fairy Wing, the very first, actually the second very fast move that will do 3 damage in trainer battles and then 9 damage in gyms and raids. Any thoughts before we move on, Chris?
I definitely felt like fairies needed a new quick move because Charm just takes so long.
Yeah.
I'm very interested to see how this shakes up things.
Yes, definitely. It's been a long time coming. I think we've been talking about Fairy Wing for probably like months to end to know that this was actually something that should have happened a long time ago.
Yeah, it seemed like such an obvious choice.
Yes, definitely. So I'm actually excited to see something like that happening. I love fairy types, so I'm okay using it every now and then. Then we have some changes to the attack. So Zap Cannon is gonna have the chance to lower the opposing Pokemon's attacks is no longer guaranteed. So it's not 100% guaranteed, but it's still a possibility if when you use Zap Cannon. So
yeah, goodbye Registeel meta.
A lot of people probably.
It's still gonna be good,
right? Then we have Icicle Spear, which this energy cost has been increased. A little bit of a nerf.
Thank you.
But yes, I know that Icicle Spear was actually a little bit of a destroyer with Walner, or whatever this well is.
Yeah, Walrein.
Walrein. Yeah. Then we have Rollout. The energy generation has decreased. So actually, you think you can fire up rapidly with this Pokemon now. Or with this move, at least. Then we have the Ancient Power. The changes will be that it's now going to do, I think, more damage. So from 45 damage to 60 power. And then the attack and defense increase amount has been lowered. So it's basically
1 stage into this 2 stage.
I think so. We're going to go ahead and say that Ominous Wind has been his attack and defense increase amount has been lower, so his increase also in Ominous Wind. So they're making,
It's a 1 in 10 chance anyways, though.
Yeah, I guess it was more overpowered than you think so. Silver Wind also gets a little bit of a debuff, or nerf, I guess I should say. Buff, I don't know. It's also, his increase amount has been lower, so he's likely a little less powerful in that regard. Quick Attack is going to have an energy generation increase, so that's, I guess, good. And then Tackle is also going to have an energy generated increase, which is a fast move. I think Quick Move is too, right?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Zacian has Quick Attack.
I'm actually looking into Xerneas.
Really? Okay.
Xerneas with Tackle. I think a lot of people are actually talking about it right now. There is a possibility that
Yeah,
he might
definitely.
become something strong and powerful. I'm glad I have a Hondo, so.
Ooh.
And now the attacks availability update. So if you haven't had any loss for these first stage evolutions, Nidorina and Nidorino will actually have a new move to talk about. Nidorina will have now the charge attack Thunderbolt, and Nidorino will have the charge
What?
attack Ice Beam.
Why?
I don't
It's
know.
so weird.
I don't know. Nidoking is also going to be able to learn the new fast attack Double Kick. What's that? What's that?
Dude, that's gonna be a weird one.
That's gonna be interesting for some,
Nidoking relevant?
maybe. Anyways, Arcanine will now know the charge attack Psychic Fans. So goodbye, any Pokemon that had that capability they moved before. So, Shinx, any specific, or Luxio, I guess. Luxray, whatever. Anyways, Tentacruel will now know the charge attack Skull. People are actually really talking about this one.
Oh yeah, Papa Hanky blessed it, man.
Basically, I want my Pokemon to do good, and that's what they basically did. Galarian Rapidash will now know the new fast attack Fairy Wind, new fairy Pokemon in the meta, guys. We'll see. Hunter will now know the charge attack Ice Punch.
Galarian Rapidash is gonna be OP for that Psychic Cup, or the Psychic Willpower.
Oh. Ooh. Can we get it under 1500?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Right? Yeah, yeah. Interesting.
Oh yeah.
Well, now you know your answer, guys. Marowak will now know the charge attack Rock Slide. I guess it's okay. It's not, a Alolan Marowak, but at least gives it some liability there.
It's relevant,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hitmonlee will now know the double kick once again. Finally, I mean, he literally uses his leg.
Yeah, he's been crying about this move for years.
I think he gets low kick as his fast move, but that's the only thing that's been getting.
Yeah.
Galarian Weezing will also know the fast win, fairy win attack. Yo.
And tackle buff. So he's definitely gonna be relevant.
Well,
in
tackle
my-
is at fast, and so is fairy wing, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dragonair will now know the charge attack Body Slam.
I thought he already had it, to be honest.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like Dragonite will now know his charge attack Superpower. You know that he was supposed to get this as a community day move. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, I thought I heard about that before. Dude, steel types beware.
There is one thing that somebody mentioned though. If you do go with this route in Dragonclaw, you don't have anything against fairy types. You're basically literally destroyed by then. Because Dragonclaw will not do damage, and then Superpower literally doesn't do damage to fairy types. So
yeah, Hemtaro. I was thinking a rap probably.
yeah. Ladian, surprisingly, will now know Dynamic Punch. I guess I gotta use his four arms. Lantern, it's getting Surf.
Dude, it took so long to get to Hydro Pump before.
Yeah, I know,
definitely
right?
Good.
Definitely. Between Thunderbolt and Surf, I think, being a better anyways. Jumpluff is gonna know Fairy Wing. Dun dun dun. Remember, Jumpluff did get a community day Pokemon, or move, I guess. So that's gonna be interesting. Espeon will now know Psychic Fans. I don't know how you can make Espeon bite somebody.
Thing.
I know, right? Girafarig is also getting a charge move, Psychic Fans, and the fast move Double Kick.
What the heck?
I don't know.
Girafarig glove.
I know, right? Dunsparce will now know the fast attack rollout.
Dude, people have been talking about Dunsparce needing a good fast move for the longest time. This thing is going to be meta.
Indeed. Steelix will now learn the charge attack Psychic Fangs. So that's interesting too. Miltank will now know the fast attack rollout.
Speaking of Whitney, holy.
Jesus, I'm about to have flashbacks every time I go against a Miltank this season. Mawile will now know the fast attack Fairy Wing, which is of course, a stab move for Mawile in a Mega. Manectric will know his Psychic Fangs once again, so now he's, of course, Psychic possible. Camerot will now know Incinerate.
Oh my.
Interesting. Low Pony will know Double Kick. I mean, it kind of had the legs for it, I guess.
That's good for its mega, I believe.
Yeah, very good, very good. Woobat will now know Psychic Fangs. Yeah, I guess it got fangs.
Decent.
Flores will now know Fairy Wind.
That's a good one.
Slurpuff will now learn Fairy Wing.
Yes.
Incineroar will now know the fast attack double kick. I don't know if that's better or worse for him.
I don't know.
Yeah. Golisopod will now know Shadow Claw.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it got the claws for it. Surprisingly enough, Nihillo is actually going to know Poison Jab. Like,
Did it not already?
no, it
That's
didn't.
so weird.
But the funny thing is like, nobody thought that Nihillo was going to have an actual update. Now I'm regretting not rating it and getting the Hondo for that.
Oh, yeah, I got a tiny bit. Maybe I'll trade you for one of the megas I need.
We'll see.
One of the Ultra Beasts I need.
Right. Double will now know Double Kick. I guess they got 4 legs. And then Rugnagus is going to have Shadow Claw. So that's interesting when you say that, at least in the end of the day. But yeah, that's all the changes.
Wow.
Look at this amount of changes to all these Pokemons. Like, what the heck?
Dude, they saw how good Worlds did, and they said, "Let's make it better."
Let's make it better with Little Brother. That's just like the amount of like amazingness in that. It's so
That's
much.
crazy changes.
Yeah, so that's the season 12, Season of Light Go Battle League. Now, I am promising this. It might not be consistent, but I am going to try to at least do 1 set per day. Even if it kills me.
All
So
right.
that way, at least, I can get something if I go any higher. And if I fail lucky, maybe more. But hashtag Team Dance Sports, I don't have a good one. I got to get a good one. But yeah, so I want to actually promote myself to make sure that I am doing at least 1 set per day. So at least to keep the momentum going and knowing how things are. I'm not going to say that I'm going to reach Legends. But at least it's a promise to know that I'm going to reach at least my ELO every week, every season.
Yeah, I'd say at least 20 is just great just to get that free legendary chance.
So Chris, make sure you put me up to it and let me know that you do have to do a set before the end of the day.
I'll challenge you. I'll challenge you.
Dun, dun, dun.
I probably won't be getting as many battles in as you, sadly.
Well, I mean, it's only
but
5
yeah,
battles.
It's definitely good.
It's not like, I mean, I could literally do them throughout the day if I wanted to, like 1 in the morning, 1 in the nighttime, or the afternoon, maybe at lunchtime, things like that.
Yeah, I might be able to fit in some on my breaks.
Yeah, so that at least helps out. Of course, we know everything else that we do with Pokemon Go anyways. And then we're going to go, I wanted to go about some factions, but we haven't started the season. We're still in basically registrations. We're about to actually end up pretty soon. So that is going to start in some point, but we'll get you guys some updates and things about factions. We already went over everything. There was a little bit of change that they did mention about it. Let me actually look it up real quick.
Okay. In the meantime, I will say it was kind of funny. Our Captain Shook, caught a Cantonian Zapdos from his adventure incense, but it was actually a Galarian.
Oh.
When he restart. It was so weird.
Yeah, I know, right? Let me see. Yes.
Flexing that rank 2 Dunsparce with rollout.
So
he actually used a Ledian with Dynamic Punch. That's hilarious.
Yeah, definitely. So there was a little bit of changes and after the announcements of the Go Battle League and of course the move changes. The Great League field has no changes have been made. New strong picks have emerged. Some have been reined in, but the restricted list was only 6 Pokemon, so we have decided to let the meta play out as is. I guess the Ultra League Celestial field will have Dumble as added as a ban, so that's interesting. And then the Master League, which is actually my beautiful league, Cernius has been added as a restricted selection, so that means the Cernius is now banned in the technically banned, but I guess restricted at that point. The buff to tackle puts Cernius on the borderline of liability, and with no battle experience to base a decision on, we decided to play it safe and restricted. I guess that makes sense. We looked at Nihilego, Flores, and Dragonite, but all will stay unrestricted. which is interesting. Nihilo has a high number of weaknesses that can be exploited. Flawless looks powerful, but should be not be significant more threatening to the meta than Charmus are, but plays differently style but lacking coverage to the steel types. And Dragonite looks very good with superpower but lacks coverage to fairy types. And it will be given a chance as an unrestricted pick to compete with the likes of Carnchop and Hydreigon. So again, it's interesting to say the least. They are adding all of this just to give it a little more fairness to a lot of people, especially in the Master League. But I mean, Cernia's been, banned day one. After that, I'm glad I kept 9. I only have it to level 40 as far as I know. Well, actually, I could get it to level 4.
It's going to be interesting to see it in Master League because it would be laughed at before.
Well, let's do it. How about that? 2, 3. Well, I'm not going to get it to level 50. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, but you'll get it up there.
But it's a big boy. I know, once it comes back, and I'm sure you're going to go back. Let's go to level 40. I love this Pokemon. Jeez. I wish it shined a little bit better as that. I guess I could give it his tackle move now, right? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, the move changes should be active.
I mean, it already has those moves anyways.
Yeah.
So that doesn't change the fact it's just those. It has Moonblast now, so that's interesting. I'm going to give it a little more extra candy for the second move. So say goodbye to a lot of Stardust just now. Ta-da! I don't know if you can get Thunder.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service. I don't know if there has any other charge move. Giga Impact, holy crap. I don't think I can ever get to a Giga Impact. I gotta try that out, I think.
Nah.
Maybe Close Combat and Moonblast. Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
Yeah, because then you got an answer to Steel types.
Yeah, that's true. I guess against, I don't know, Dialga, I guess at that point. Melmetal, yeah.
I feel like Fairy would still be the way to go normally. It definitely is situational.
Well, we'll see, because I if anything, I'll probably work on getting that into level 50 once it's more prevalent. But I got to think of a team pretty soon, and just choosing the restricted and unrestricted Pokemon is going to be interesting. So, Well, with that being said, I think we got everything that we needed to talk about. Oh, my goodness. The amount of news, guys. I'm sweating. This was a good podcast, I guess, Chris. Our question of the week, I do want to, of course, ask, the Season of Light now being revealed. What are you most excited and expecting to happen in this? Definitely, once Solgaleo comes out, I'm raining hard for that Pokemon.
Dude, I'm Team Lunala. I think its typing is just supreme.
Which is what?
Psychic Ghost is so good. Yeah.
That's like Hoopa all over again, I guess.
Yeah.
That's interesting. But yeah, I'm very excited. I'm sure that you guys will be excited too. If you guys want to, of course, answer the question, we'll post it on our Twitters, and definitely ready for those. Mr. I with the guy wants the access, so I know that what it feels. With that being said, Chris, do we have anything else to cover just before we end this?
Nothing I can think of. I probably forgot something though.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we have to, but we'll see when it comes down to it. It's gonna be interesting. With that being said, guys, thank you so much for listening to ourselves in streams and everything. But if you want to listen to more, our podcast services feed will be out there. I'm pretty much just literally editing this out tonight and then just letting it out for you guys tomorrow. But you can check us out at Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, and Amazon Music and more. If you can leave us a review, we would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much once again. Our socials being, of course, the Purified Podcast, Pure Let It Go, and Pokemon Trigger Please. That's PKNN, Trigger Please. If you want to info anything, or even just talk about with us, just respond and everything, we'll definitely feature in the podcast at the Purified Podcast at gmail.com if you want to email us anything. Join our Discord. We have a free Discord if you guys want to chat with us any single time. And don't forget to check us out at thepurifiedpodcast.com, the Professor Network. Chris, it's been a good day. It's been a good life. We're about to go into the Space Nebula side of things coming up, so I guess you can take us away for the night.
All right. Definitely has been a great season with Season of Go, basically revamping Pokemon Go, I'd say. And we're definitely looking forward to how much the next season is going to brighten up our lives. Haha.
Uh,
But yeah, personally, I'm excited because I definitely feel they're kind of leading up to Necrozma being the big bad at the end. We'll see. But yeah, get out there, get grinding, get those shinies, get them new PvP mons, and we'll see you next week. Peace out, guys.
keep purifying them, and we'll see you guys next time.